What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the most electric MMA podcast on YouTube, guys. We're growing at an exponential fucking fast rate, guys. Jon Jones is the luckiest man in MMA, in all of combat sports, actually. He is so damn lucky. Now, let me say that, and then let me follow it up by saying he is the greatest MMA fighter of all time. That's undeniable to me right now. I was sticking with Anderson Silva for a while as the MMA GOAT over GSP. You know, people say, oh, Anderson Silva pop, but, you know, I had Anderson Silva for a while until Jon Jones won the heavyweight title. Then I said, okay, you can't argue with him being the GOAT anymore. Now, people will say Jon Jones popped multiple times for banned substances. My view on taking banned substances isn't like most people. I fucking hate the fact that people do it, and it is cheating to me. Like, have some fucking respect for yourself, bro. Have some damn respect. Use what God gave you to make it to the top of the sport. But how much is it really going to help you when you get in there? When you get locked inside a cage with another man and you gotta, you know, you're giving your all to fight these guys. I don't know. Jon Jones, even if he wasn't taking, steroids, he would have done what he did in his career. I think. Now, I say he's the luckiest man in all of combat sports because the amount of times he got away with shit outside of the fucking cage, the DWI, you know, getting in a hit and run accident with a fucking pregnant woman, doing cocaine, probably illegal drugs outside of the octagon, beating his wife, scaring the shit out of his kids. I told myself I wasn't going to talk shit about fighters, but he's a fighter that fucking deserves it. I don't give a damn. He's done all this shit in his life. He deserves to get shit on by as many people as possible. I don't give a damn. He's a terrible person. And I'll be the first to say that. I'm not nearly the first to say that. I'm like the 5,000,000 person to say it. That he's a terrible person. And I remember after that one video got out of him arguing with police. He was drunk as fuck, and it was after, you know, the incident where he allegedly beat his wife, which I believe he did. I think he went to rehab after that, some kind of rehab after that, and then he came back from that and said, someone asked him, "So are you done drinking?" or something like that, and he said, "We'll see, motherfucker." If you get in that much trouble, have that many problems from drinking, dude, stop drinking, you dumbass. He did all his shit, and he still won every single fight that he had, except against Hamill. And that was a DQ loss. That doesn't count. Why else is he lucky here, okay? People forget about the Thiago Santos fight. What was that? Was that a split decision victory for Jon Jones? If it wasn't, it was a unanimous decision, whatever. That was a close fight. And I remember watching it. I was thinking Thiago Santos might take this. I was thinking Jon Jones is going to lose to Thiago Santos, bro. Guy with a fucking hammer on his chest. Okay, there was that. He got lucky. Luckiest man in combat sports. There was that. And then, of course, there was the Alexander Gustafsson fight. First fight that they had. Really close. I do think Jon Jones took that. But again, lucky. He got away with it. He got that, but okay. Anyway, I'm building up to the Dominic Reyes fight, of course, that he lost. I watched it. I was like, John Jones is done. He lost to Dominic Reyes. After that fight was done, I was like, well, shit. Here we go. Dominic Reyes is the new champ. Judges' scorecards come in. John Jones wins. I think that was split decision. John Jones. And by unanimous or split decision, John Jones. Luckiest man in all of combat sports. Maybe one of the luckiest men in history. You can't just do all this bullshit outside of the cage. Barely train for Gustafsson 1. Do drugs before fighting DC. You can't do all this shit, fuck up all these times, and keep winning and keep moving up in your career. It just doesn't happen, except with John Jones. Why else is he lucky? Well, he dodged one of the most dangerous heavyweights we've seen in recent history, Tom Aspinall. Held on to the belt for a year, almost a year. He fought Stipe back in November. I mean, okay, more than half a year. He held on to the belt without fighting. Negotiations going on with Tom Aspinall. Dana White was kissing John Jones's ass while they were negotiating, and now that John Jones retired, Dana White is just shitting on John again. You can tell when they were in negotiations based on what Dana White was saying. He got lucky because he dodged one of the most dangerous heavyweights we've ever seen. John Jones is lucky. John Jones is a bitch, and the only shit I have to back up the fact that he's a bitch is the fact that he didn't want to fight Tom Aspinall and retired. But he's also a bitch for everything he did outside of the cage. Bro fucked up countless times and retires at the same time another incident comes out of him where he was apparently in a crash, and this is all alleged right now, but he got in some kind of crash with a woman in the car. Woman was found by police with her pants down. She said John Jones was driving the car. They got a hold of John Jones. He picked up, sounded drunk as sin. Drunk as sin. And he knew he was on the phone with a police officer. And what does he say? He says he can put a hit out on the police officer, basically. He says he's had people killed for less than what the police officer was doing to him. And he goes on to say in the phone call, you would be the second person this year that I've had killed. You're just going to make it worse for yourself, John. You're really making it worse for yourself. Now I fucking hate your ass. After hearing that, I was like, oh, so you had someone killed this year? Who else did you have killed, John? John Jones? Mr. Jones? You were going to have a police officer killed because you got caught red-handed. You were driving that car with a woman in your seat. Who knows what you did before fleeing the scene with her fucking pants down, bro. And who's, by the way, she's not your fiance. You have kids waiting for you at home. Maybe you got home sloppy-ass drunk. You are a bitch, bro. I'm not, and I wouldn't say that to your face because I'm a pussy. But you know when you see someone just doing something vile and it just makes your blood boil and you just want to complain about it. You just get frustrated seeing that shit. That's how I feel about John Jones right now. He is undeniably the GOAT, sadly. Go back and look at all of his finishes he had. He showed no mercy where a lot of fighters would show mercy. When it came time to finish a fight, he showed no fucking mercy. Lyoto Machida going limp. Finishing guys with elbows, devastating elbows on the ground like we've never seen. Finishing DC with huge shots after he hurt DC. Huge shots, ground and pound. He was ruthless. And that's what made him so great. And him being that ruthless, where other fighters wouldn't be ruthless, just helps prove that he has a fucking screw loose in his head. And helps us show maybe why he's okay with doing all this terrible shit that he's done in his life. Undeniable GOAT, luckiest man in combat sports, shitty human being. Those are some good credentials. One of the things that really ticked me off about Jon Jones when I first heard about him, when I first got into MMA, he was on his way up. I could tell every post-fight interview he had, he just put on this shitty fucking performance like he was this little good boy, this little good Christian boy. Like he did nothing wrong, like he was so fucking innocent. And I hated every fucking time I saw a post-fight interview with him. I could just see through it, and I know a lot of other people could see through it too. Chael Sonnen talked about this, how Jon Jones put on an act at the beginning of his career. At the beginning of his career, he was just getting out of college, and I heard some crazy stories about him from being in college. He was never a good guy. He always had a screw loose. I don't know how he was raised. Who knows? Maybe that had something to do with it. The crazy thing is this guy's from my hometown, bro. He was born in my hometown, Rochester, New York. And I gotta fucking live with the fact that this guy was born in the same hometown as me. Damn, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and rant about him and just give my feelings about Jon Jones and see what you guys think about him, because there was a long period of time, even after the DWI incident and even after the hit and run, where I was like, I guess I'll forgive him. But obviously he didn't learn. He continued to make mistakes. Who knows how many mistakes he made that we didn't see. Seems like this guy's been getting drunk every weekend since he was fucking 12 years old. What do you guys think about Jon Jones? What do you think about how he retired? Do you think he's going to come back? Do you think people will forgive him again? Fucking asshole, dude. Guys, I want to take this moment to tell you to subscribe to the channel, to support the videos I'm posting, to support my lifestyle. I'm living a lavish life. No, I'm fucking kidding. I'm broke. Please subscribe so I can try to finally monetize this channel. It's been so damn long. Watch my videos. Keep updated. I'm going to be posting these regularly. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Thank you guys so much. Go. Guys, I'm coming in hot with this fucking episode today, guys. What I want to talk about next is Bellato versus Paul Craig. I don't remember Bellato's first name. That flop, the flop he did against Paul Craig. Paul Craig hit him with an illegal. Paul Craig hit Bellato with an illegal shot, and Bellato realized it was illegal, so he fell back, and as he was falling back, complaining about the shot being illegal to the ref, he had a lot going through his head here. Bellato was thinking, okay, that was illegal. What can I do in this situation? And as he's thinking this, he's falling back onto the canvas. What can I do in this situation? Oh, shit, I could use this to get an easy disqualification win against Paul Craig, who's a big name. Shit, should I do that, or should I just take some time to rest and then continue the fight? He decided, he hit the canvas, boom. That was all going through his head. Boom, hit the canvas. And then he decided, yeah, I'm going to pretend like I'm out. I'm going to pretend like that hurt me, and I'm rocked really badly, and I'm going to pretend like I'm out. And I'm going to get this DQ win over Paul Craig. Easy win. Easy win on my damn resume. So he pretends he's out. He pretends like he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Ref comes up to him, and ref is assessing how he's feeling. Bellato pretends, we've seen this a few times where the fighter's out of it and they attack the ref. They try to take the ref down. Bellato pretends like he thinks the ref is Paul Craig. He's like, like, and dude, we've never seen a guy snap out of being rocked just all of a sudden. Bro, just like all of a sudden is like, like he's using those fast twitch muscles in the wrong way, bro. He's like, whoa, shit, oh, what the fuck is going on? He thinks the ref is Paul Craig, pretending like he doesn't know shit, and then he fucking stumbles back to the cage, still thinking the ref is Paul Craig. He's fucking twitching like he thought he was cooking with that acting. And I saw people on Twitter saying, like, give this man an Oscar, give this man an Oscar. That was the best acting I've ever seen. Dude, that was the shittiest acting I've ever seen. I could do a better job at acting like I'm rocked. I could do it right now. I mean, dude, like, you pretend you're fucking rocked and, like, dude, it's more like, it's not like fucking go right out and it's not like you're, going right for you. It's not like you're waking up and you're in you're going, dude, it's more like, your days, you gotta fucking, like, Bellato showed us some of the shittiest acting and some of the worst pussy moves we've ever seen in the sport, bro. You suck, man. You suck. You fumbled the bag. You fumbled the damn acting performance. You fumbled the damn fighting performance. Dude, I can't respect a fighter that just wants to find an easy way out of their sport. I know it's fighting and it's the hardest sport in the world. MMA is the hardest sport in the world. I know, it's a different animal. When you're in the middle of a fight, you might just want to fucking find a way out, any way out sometimes. But if you dedicate your life to a sport and you're passionate about a sport and you don't want to test yourself and you want to find an easy way out and cheat to get a win, I can't respect your ass. That shit was so infuriating to me. I mean, the shitty acting performance, him thinking he could get away with it, made a fool of himself, bro. Everybody knows you faked it now. And now, cut him from the UFC. Cut him from the UFC. Save him the embarrassment. Save him, fans shitting on him. Save him that. And back in high school, I ran cross country and track. I was a damn runner, bro. Let me tell you this story real quick, okay? There was this kid named Colby Van Cock, and I'm not fucking making this up. His last name was Van Cock. And we were running the 3,200 meter. I was a long distance runner. We were running the 3,200 meter race. He was on my team. And I was trying so hard to get a personal record that race. My personal record was 10:14 at the time. I did end up getting a PR that race. But Colby Van Cock, he was way behind me in terms of his time and where he was on the team. Colby Van Cock lined up right next to me at the starting line. And, boom, gun goes off, everybody starts running. He's behind me the whole time. I know he's like 200 meters behind me, halfway through the race. He's that far behind me. We're getting near the end of the race. I'm on my last lap. I'm on my damn last lap. It's looking like I'm going to get a PR. I'm fucking hype. I worked hard for this shit, and I'm not going to cut any corners. I want to get that PR. I want to earn it. I finished the last lap, and boom, PR, 10:03. 10:03, good PR for me. Who do I see at the finish line when I fucking finish with a 10:03? Colby Van Cock. Bro was way behind me, and he ran one less lap than he should have. He ran 15 laps around the track instead of 16. This was an indoor track, by the way, 3,200 meter. And he broke 10 minutes in that race because he ran a lap less than he should have. And I know he knew he ran a lap less. But no one was paying attention. No one. He was Colby Van Cock. He wasn't that great. He was decent. He just joined. He was decent. Nobody was paying attention to him. He ran a lap less and got a 9. What did he finish in? 9:40 something. And he ran with that. He could tell people, oh yeah, my PR in the 3200 is 9:47. Whatever the fuck it was. Meanwhile, I'm working my fucking ass off to get a 10:03, bitch. I didn't say anything to him. I knew he ran a lap less. Me and a few other people, were talking, and we were like, yeah, Colby Van Cock ran a lap less, right? Like, he didn't run a 9:47, bro. Me and a few other people were talking about it. I didn't call him out. I was just like, let him have it. But he is Bellato. He is Bellato, taking an easy way out, wanting to get an easy win, an easy, huge PR for him. He doesn't care about the sport. He's not passionate about it enough. He took the easy win, just like Bellato did. He wanted the easy win. Thankfully, they didn't give Bellato a DQ win. I'm really happy about that because, Bellato, you're on my shit list. Guess what? Bellato and John Jones are officially on Andy P's shit list. You don't want to be on Andy P's shit list. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do shit, but I don't hate these guys. I don't hate John Jones. I don't hate Bellato. Let me chill here, okay? But what they did, especially what John Jones did, it deserves a little bit of pushback, in my opinion. So, in this episode, just to go along with what we've been talking about, let me talk about Ronda Rousey, because she came out somewhat recently talking about the MMA community wouldn't welcome her back. The MMA media wouldn't welcome her back if she went to a UFC event. She thinks she would get booed by everybody. That wouldn't happen. But now that you came out and said that, fans and media probably didn't like hearing that, and you probably would get booed now because you said that. Ronda Rousey's a damn legend in the sport. She comes back after all this time. No one is going to boo. I don't think anyone is going to boo for her. Now, let me say this. She is, in fact, a somewhat unlikable person, especially after she lost and got exposed by Holly Holm. And she came in with the same energy she came in with all of her other fights when she was dominating. She faced Amanda Nunes, lost, kind of got exposed. She was confident going into that one. People turned on her for that fight because she was going in with the same energy, confident, kind of talking a bit of trash on Amanda Nunes, got humbled. In my opinion, just the way she acts, you can tell she was like a Magic the Gathering kid in school. She was part of that Magic the Gathering group of kids, that played the card game, Magic the cards, Magic the Gathering, the nerds, the robotics team. She was part of them. She was like the girl in that group that was the leader. Everybody was like, "Oh, there's a fucking hot girl hanging out with us. Yeah, I'm gravitating towards her. She's hot and she's into Magic the Gathering. Fuck yeah." She was part of that group, Magic the Gathering. And she loved WWE. Just more proof that she's a bit of a nerd. And, when you see people in that group, especially the leaders in that group, they're a bit cocky. They're a bit full of themselves. They're a bit, showman-y. She was a bit of a showwoman. She liked to show out. She liked to pretend she was really cocky. She liked to say shit and do that fucking face like, yeah, well, I think I'm going to knock her out. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. She was unlikable. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. In my opinion. Okay, with that being said, enough time has passed to where she's just seen as a legend now. If she didn't make those comments, like the MMA community and MMA media doesn't like her and they won't accept her back, she would have been fine. She would have come back. She would have been seen as a legend. Everybody would have loved her. Applause, all that shit. But she made those comments, and that's where she fucked up. And she thinks everybody in the MMA community hates her. The MMA media hates her. And that was never the case. She thinks they hate her because she got exposed by Amanda Nunes after getting exposed by Holly Holm. Nobody hated her for that. She hated that happened to her. And she is just projecting that hate on the fans, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? She just ties in, she just, takes all that hatred and ties it in together in a nice little package. She just thinks everybody in the MMA community hates her. She was still a spectacle to watch. I loved watching her fights. I loved watching her build up. I liked watching her fucking fights and the build up to her fights. She made it entertaining. She brought some shit to say. She brought fight. She brought heart. Well, maybe not heart, but she brought the fight to her fights. She wanted to get it done early. She wanted to show out. Legend in my book. I don't really like the fact that she came out and said that shit, but what are you going to do? What do you guys think of Ronda Rousey? What do you think of the comments she said? Tell me what you think about her in the comments below, guys, please. All right, thanks for watching this episode of Cap MMA. Guys, I'm going to be posting these regularly now, every other week, because they've been doing okay for the size of this channel. And the clips I've been posting have been doing okay. And I do like starting conversations about MMA. And I like it when we get some comments. Didn't get a lot of comments in the last one. Shit, I forgot to do a comment reading. Ryan Bonner, 25, says, when Dana White retires, Tom Aspinall will be celebrated as one of the best ever because he'll be an active professional MMA fighter. I don't know how that really ties in with Dana White retiring. Before John Jones retired, you could have argued maybe Dana was holding that fight up in some way, or holding Tom back from fighting anyone else that isn't John. But hey, John Jones is gone now. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion. He's going to be active. Hopefully he has a long reign because he deserves to have a long reign after that bullshit. Sue Moon 1691 says he will never retire. Dana White will never retire. I hope he doesn't retire. Because what I didn't talk about in the last episode is that I talked about if he retires, maybe people might not tune in as much as people tune in now with him being the president. But one thing I didn't talk about is the UFC might operate differently when he retires. I mean, I know he has people that work closely with him and people have adopted his approach, but when he's gone, shit might slowly change, which wouldn't be good because the UFC has been running really well for the past 10 years. And if they change the way it's operated, shit could get messy. So if Dana White retires, let's hope no one changes shit because that would be bad in my opinion. And I know the UFC is in a little rut right now, but it's going to swing back up. It's going to swing back up, bro. Thanks for watching, guys. If you watched all the way to this point, let me know who your favorite lightweight at the moment is. Mine is personally Dustin Poirier, and he's retiring soon. Can't wait to watch that fight against Max Holloway. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one in 2 weeks. We're uploading regularly now.